Back to the Straw Hat Duo. My name's Charlie.
And I'm Shayna.
And today we're going to be talking about Water 7, and more specifically, what Shayna thought of it. Overall, just to begin with, how'd you like the arc? I know there's mixed feelings in general about it.
I feel like it started out slow. Once Frankie and his family got introduced, it got a bit more entertaining. Seeing Ice Pups, right? And
Galila.
got like hints of Robin's like backstory in it. I'm in Annie's lobby now.
Actually just about finished with Annie's lobby. That she really got left is
Luffy and Lucci.
You're pretty much almost through Annie's lobby. There's a little area at the end of Annie's lobby just before Water 7 that'll probably pull on your heartstrings a little bit, but...
Well, I mean, 90% of Robin's story pulled on my heartstrings.
Yeah,
so.
that's
or even just watching the backstory of Tom.
Yeah.
And then remembering when they ran into the frog
at
first, like first starting into Water 7.
Who was your favorite employee of Galila?
I really didn't like any of them.
No?
Mm-mm.
You didn't like Lucci? You didn't like Polly? None of them?
Mm-mm.
Were any of them entertaining to you?
Lucci, he seemed like introvert. He
well,
seemed pretty like, yeah. And then I suspected that...
Secretary.
Yeah, that she was shady from like the start.
Okay. See, when they got revealed as traitors to me, all except for Polly, it completely caught me off guard.
Lucci didn't.
Polly was a good guy.
Yeah, Lucci didn't, and neither did the secretary.
What about the long-nosed guy? The one that Zoro mistaken as Usab. The guy that, in Annie's lobby turns into a giraffe. Kaku? I think Polly was the rope guy.
No, the guy who reminded him of Usab, I didn't expect that.
Yeah,
I didn't expect him to turn.
Yeah, when that whole turn happened, it took me completely off guard.
Yeah, I was like, oh wow, she seemed off.
So, about Frankie, how'd your perspective on him change from the beginning of Water 7 to the end of Water 7?
I mean, he's pretty much still the same. The difference is his it's not that his loyalty has shifted, I feel like he has gotten over what he fought about in the beginning.
The thing that they fought about was he stole their money.
That I spent it, it's gone, get over it. Yeah. And Luffy wasn't happy. Nami wasn't happy, but they're all, where I'm at now, they're all fighting together in some type of unity to just get rid of everybody.
So we're going to make a whole separate video on this once it's fully resolved, but I do want to get your thoughts on Luffy versus Usab. Do you think it was...
I think
warranted?
both were justified. Luffy felt like Usab wasn't understanding, but Usab had an attachment to the Mary for good reason. And Luffy was just trying to look out for everybody's best interests, while Usab was just looking out for himself.
Yeah. Did that whole portion of it catch you off guard at all?
A little bit. People argue. It's different in like real life versus not. And not a lot of people these days would have a duel.
Even less people would be up to stretch the way Luffy does.
Yeah,
so.
And not like Usopp isn't in the picture. Nobody knows who he is.
it's Soge King. That's not Usopp.
Mm-hmm.
No. Chopper and Luffy still have no idea.
Luffy hasn't really been around him a lot though. But Chopper is gullible.
Luffy and Chopper for like arcs to come will still sit there and be like, hey, where's Soge King?
Luffy is I want to say he's naive, but he's only naive to certain things.
He's got a good battle intelligence.
He doesn't have much common sense.
Yes, that's the biggest thing with him. How did you like how Water 7 kind of resolved with them just leaving, going to Annie's lobby? Do you think that was kind of...
They kind of had no choice.
Did it feel rushed?
A little bit, but not at all.
What did you think about the fight between Straw Hats and the old Galila employees in Iceberg's office right before they ended up having to leave?
When they found out that they were CP9?
Yeah, when Robin was sitting there in the room, holding Iceberg down, all the Straw Hats got there and she went out the window. Lucci fought with all the Straw Hats.
I feel that it was needed to do that. I'm sure they were upset that they found out that Robin was working with all of them.
Well, I mean, like, more or less... How do you feel about how Lucci just completely overpowered them?
I mean, he's really powerful.
Yeah, but I mean, he sent both Luffy and Zoro flying. Both of them got stuck.
One got stuck in between a building, and then one got stuck like
in a chimney. Do you think he was shown to be a little bit too strong, or you think it's a good
Well, especially now, I think that's true because I've seen what Luffy and Lucci are like how they're fighting now, and Luffy's keeping up.
Yeah.
But Luffy's also been through a bit more since
He
then.
hasn't really had a time to rest since him and
then.
Usopp.
Yeah.
There's only been like a day that's passed. What do you think about Polly in general with his rope action? Do you think he's an okay character, or do you?
I mean, I think he's okay.
And his,
I think
he's fear of women exposing any kind of skin.
I mean, I think that's odd for the type of like vibe that he puts off.
Yeah.
He wouldn't seem like he would really give a crap, and he does.
Yeah. You know what I kind of get from him? I feel like he's like a watered down smoker.
Yeah, I can see that.
What's your overall thought on the arc?
I mean, all in all, it started out slow, had a good amount of middle moments. Like, Usopp and Luffy, like you said, we'll make another video about that. That was a big deal.
Yeah.
For the dynamic of the Straw Hats.
Especially them. They're such a close-knit crew.
Yeah, exactly. And then meeting Frankie, I know that he's going to eventually join, but if I didn't, you would kind of get an idea that they would at least align. Maybe not join, but that's a good asset going forward. Frankie is a very good asset. And then learning more about Robin is good because I feel like you get more of a bond to a character when you learn the backstory, even if it is, I mean, all of them have been sad.
Yeah, like every you have to have a sad backstory to be a part of the Straw Hat crew.
Checklist. Number one is you have to have a sad backstory. Something really bad had to happen to you. Or someone that you know.
What do you think's going to happen once they get back to Water 7?
I think they're going to have to deal with whatever damage happened there.
Need more along the lines of how are they going to leave?
Well, I think they'll get a ship, but will they all agree on it? Is that when, like, Usopp might show back up?
How do you think Usopp and Luffy are going to resolve?
I think that'll just kind of sizzle out.
Okay. Makes sense. Luffy's kind of the guy who kind of forgives and forgets if he's got some meat in front of him for the most part.
Yes and no. I feel like Luffy can hold some type of a grudge. It's not even a grudge. I think he judges character and then runs off that. Usopp is a good character, has a good heart. I think it'll just fizzle out. It might take time.
That's pretty much going to be where we end it. One more thing. What'd you think about Luffy and Zoro attacking the giant wave?
Oh, that was crazy. I didn't understand why, but it was definitely entertaining.
Yeah. So that's where we're going to end it.
All right.
We hope to see you guys in the next one.
All right. And see ya.
Bye.